start the streaming. There we go. Should work. Yay, it's working. Awesome. Let's turn that around. Okie dokie. Hopefully this is working. Right. Welcome to part 2 of playing with my new toys. I'm going to be doing a one sheet wonder with these two stamp sets. These are from the new catalogue that's coming out, well, the new seasonal catalogue that's coming out and will be available for non-demonstrators to purchase from in January. So I can show you the outside of the catalogue. Can't show you what's in it. Yeah, but that's the catalogue. It's so pretty. So it's this set on the outside that I'm demonstrating. So yeah. So if you want a copy of this or an annual catalogue, feel free to use the links in the description box to get hold of the catalogue if you don't already have one. This is the host code for December 2020, and using this will automatically take you straight through to my shop. So I hope you leave that. Just leave that. Yeah. So this is for orders between £25 and £150. Am I a bit quiet? 2 seconds. I will turn up my microphone just a smidge, and hopefully, yeah, that is as high as it will go. Unfortunately, let's see if I can turn the volume up a bit on here. Yeah. Audio input. That is as loud as I can get it. If I move the microphone a bit further forward, hopefully that will improve matters. Normally, what I'm having to do is make myself heard above my 3 little Herberts. Right, we puff on that. Right, I can put that away now. Out of the way so I don't knock it on the floor, because that seems to be what I'm doing a lot recently. Oh, Sean's complaining that I'm quiet. Normally I've got the opposite problem. Lovely coffee that the delightful Mr. J has brought me today. Well, it will be quiet for a while. That's why I'm doing this video now. Right, let's open those up and grab the blocks out. Can't reach. I need longer arms. Right, that's them. Okay, what do I start with? Ooh, eeny, meeny, miny. I'm going to use this one as a sort of texture builder to start with, around the edges. I think with something quite light and froofy, and because there's daisies, I'm going to use the yellow. One of 50,000 cups. I do not have that much trouble. I'm not that addicted to caffeine. 50,000 cups. Right. Oh, what else I want? A bit of paper to stick under. I don't want to get ink all over this and then lean in it. Ugh. Right. Trying not to squash everything. Right, let's have a look. I'm just going to ink this up as best I can. This crushed curry pad is getting a wee bit dry. Yeah. But never mind, I don't need it particularly dark, and I can always switch to buttercup. Might see if I can add a few drops from my water brush pen to hopefully breathe a tiny bit more life into this. I'm actually going to write that down now before I forget. Refills. Refill list. Crushed curry and cherry cobbler. No, crushed curry's coming. And I know I need mossy meadow, because for some reason that pad is really dried out quickly. I must have left it open or something. Right. List of refills. Because otherwise I forget stuff. And I get carried away ordering things that I want to play with. Who's that lucky? Yes, Christine. Sean is that lucky fella. Yeah, we will have been married for 12 years on the 20th. Oh, never mind. I'm just going to keep putting this in because these bunches of flowers are really good for texture filling in. And this one will also go with the jar of flowers set if you've got it. No wonder that's not stamping properly. It's a bit on the squonk, but never mind. You can't really see this just yet because it's quite a pale yellow. There we go. That might help. Put a bit more light on the subject. Sean, if you want a hint for what I want for dinner tonight, a couple of duck breasts would be... Oh, I'm not a big fan of nutmeg and savoury. Have to say, nutmeg on savoury, it's just... one of those things that you either like or don't like, and I'm one that doesn't really like nutmeg and savoury. I'm getting my mouse cable tied up with stuff now. Oh, have you tried duck with cherry? Duck with cherry is actually really nice. Unbelievable. Just because you don't want to go to Sainsbury's. Anyway, I'm supposed to be talking about stamping. How are we talking about food? Right, I think that's enough of that sort of texture around the thing. I don't really mind which direction the flowers are going. Where's my cloth? Because it's literally just fill-in texture. Similar to the way I used the... Hi, Ruth! It's similar to how I used the why is my... I can't speak today. I used the corner stamps as texture on, I think it was Saturday? Was it Saturday or was it Friday? Yeah. So if I pull that out here, I've just used like the bunches of flowers to do a quick and easy texture around the corners to fill in, because it takes less time. And I'm a lazy crafter. I really am. Right, eeny, meeny, miny. That one. Oh yeah, it was Saturday. I'm glad my husband knows what day it is. Right, put the lid back on ink pads, because I'm one of those people that... Ooh, what do I go with? That one. Can't make my mind up. I'm terrible. Hang on, why is it buffering again? There we are. So I don't get ink on my pad. I just want to get... I love pink and yellow together. I don't know what it is, but I really, really like pink and yellow together. See, that's the good thing about my craft bunker. I've got no windows. I can't see the weather. However, it also means I now have skin the colour of Tipex. Bung that one up there. down the ends, I think. Oh, that's not come out. I've not inked that properly. Never mind. I love this set. It really reminds me of a loose watercolour. You know, just something nice and flowy, not too bogged down on details. Thank you, Sean. I've got him well trained. I'm wondering if he'll be nice to me and bring me a bottle of gin as well. There we go. Wow, there is a lot of pink in that. I'm wondering if I should put stuff in the middle. What do you reckon? Does it need stuff in the middle? Because I might lose... I want to leave space for the dragonflies. I really want to leave space for the dragonflies. So, yeah. Alright, I'm trying to get back into the habit of actually putting stamps away before I lose them. Ooh. Do I? Yeah, that one. I need some other. I'm going to go with the purple just to give that dark bit. Oh, how do I find this again? It's that way round. That way round, yeah. It's more the foreground flowers that I want to pop out because there's a lot of pink here, and I do want to add some other purple flowers, possibly ribbon, because I've got purple ribbon I want to use up before I order any more, because there is a gorgeous, fabulous purple organza ribbon in the new catalogue, and I really want some of that. I think it goes with the hydrangea set. It's in the gorgeous grape, but it's just, oh, such a lovely colour. Right, I might add a little bit on that one as well. Just I've got lines. Oh well, I can stick something over that. Right. I think it needs it does need more on the others. Right, get another splodge. I think it needs more there. Yeah, just at least the ones in the foreground, because otherwise I'm just going to end up with, it's going to look a bit weird. think it needs some green now. Right. Thank you, Ruth. I just love that. I love these purples. They're just so juicy. Gorgeous. Does anyone remember like the poster paint and stuff they gave you at school? It's sort of that colour when it goes down, but it lightens up quite a lot. And I think I'm going to keep that one out, that ink out, just for the moment. And use the smaller flower from the art house just to sort of fill in the gaps around the bottom. Just to, because I've got a few gappy bits and I don't want a load of loose stems. Just fill it in. So it's more of a sort of a cone shape around the outside. I am trying to follow this and stamp and everything, so if I go quiet, I'm not just ignoring you, I'm concentrating. The problem is you can see my concentrating face. It can be amusing. I'm going to sit that there, just to... because I don't like gaps. Gaps annoy me. Just cover that. Oh, whoops. That's not inked properly. I don't want that there either. Cover up that line a little bit. Yeah. That needs something. There. Just fill in that little hole round the... So I don't really want to see the bottom of that stem. So, no, it definitely needs some green. It definitely needs some green. And I'm going to ink all over my fingers. I did a blue one the other day. And I got ink everywhere. It just looked like I'd been murdering Smurfs. Right. I think I'm going to use... I don't know whether to use this one or the other one. Yeah, I'm lazy. I'm going to use this one. It needs some green. That one, because it's thicker. Put them out of the way. Put my lid on my purple. I'm actually going to have to turn my heater off now because I'm overheating. Get that out of the way. Ooh, I'm going to use the bunch of flowers. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the lighter green for that and the darker one for the dragonflies. Sorry. And hopefully it works. I can always go over it. Now I'm going to stick this there. This one's granny apple green. Oh, I should have stamped off there. I'm not going to use too much of this because otherwise there's going to be too much green. I just want to sort of have a hint of it. Might have to add some more leaves. I don't like. I'm going to chuck that one in the corner there. I don't know. What do I do? It definitely needs more green. Right. So with those done, there is a bit of filling. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to use a tip out of Ruth's book and only ink up the smaller leaf, this little curly one on the art thing, just so I can bring in some bigger leaves and hide the bottom of that stem a bit better, because it just looks a bit random because I've missed that, just missed the top of that purple flower, which is annoying to say the least. Right, have some leaves poking out from in there. That'll do. So I've got a bit of greenery. It doesn't need much to sort of put it together, but it does need a tiny bit because otherwise it's just going to be in your face. I really like the granny apple green. I think I've got almost every green that Stampin' Up do now, bar the shaded spruce, because it's just one of those colours that don't really call to me. Reminds me of school exercise books, the shaded spruce. I've got because I forgot to do the third one there. I'll stick that behind there so it's poking out the greenery. I don't know if I should do it in just keep opposite diagonals. Yeah, I'll use the other leaf for the other corners. Just the other leaf. Larger one. I'm just winging this. It's far more fun to wing it than plan it outright. So I've got the yellow and the daisies from the dragonflies just sort of poking out behind the flowers. And these two sets go so well together. So glad I got the dragonfly ones. Ruth was on here. Oh, thank you, Ruth. I'm so glad I got the dragonfly set, because I think it's going to be one that is going to go with pretty much every other floral stamp set. I've just got to put, if I stick that in there, ooh, turn it round a bit, that'll be enough. If I put 2 more in there? I don't know. I'm an R. I just want to go that one. Yeah, then I'm trying. I'm having trouble. This is sliding everywhere. I need a clipboard or something so I can tie the paper down. Yeah. I think that will pretty much do for my floral, all the background bits, because I am coming in with a darker green to do the dragonflies, and I don't want to have too much green in the background. But the bonus of using loads of colours is that if you wanted to matte this, you could use like any other colour that you've used here. Right, I'll put that away now, so it's actually out of my reach and not getting. No, that one. I'm going to. I didn't see that other last dragonflies with dies, because I am actually fairly new to Stampin' Up, Christine. I didn't actually discover it until after lockdown started. Yeah, it was around my birthday that I actually discovered Stampin' Up, and I haven't looked back. So I'm fairly new, but I hear it was very, very pretty. But I really like the punch, especially the dinky little ones. These dinky little dragonflies look, from the punch, look fabulous in the metallic papers, the foil ones, because you've got instant shine then. Oh, I can't pick things up now. I've torn 2 nails today just clearing up my mess. I'm not happy about it. Right, I think I will use the more solid of the dragonflies. You've actually got 2 to choose from. You've got a solid one and one that's got lines on it, and I'm just gonna go straight for the solid one, I think, because that saves me colouring in. Like I said, lazy crafter. Ooh. Making sure I clean my halo off, because otherwise I'm gonna get ink everywhere. This cloth needs a wash. Right, I'm going to have these flying away from the flowers into the centre. And the fairly open bit. Oh, this pad's juicy. Got to be careful with this one, because it's a really juicy one. If you can't see, I know it looks really dark in the video, but I'm actually using the Pretty Peacock for the dragonflies, so they stand out. I don't know. I think that needs another one. I want these quite bold. I'll pop that on there. I'll have him in that gap there. I don't want to. This is supposed to be a garden full of dragonflies. It actually needs to have some dragonflies in it. Right, okay. I'm going to stick that one there. And then hopefully, then I might just pop a random one in the middle, sort of like there. Oh, love that. I think then I need another one here. And possibly no, if I put one there I might lose those flowers. I don't know. Oh, a pick of the retired bundle, that would be good. Yeah, show me pictures of stuff I can't have, Ian. That's not fair. Don't show me pictures of stuff I can't have. I think that's enough of the larger dragonflies. Because otherwise it's just going to get too much. I want them to be in the foreground though. Give that I'll give it a proper clean later. Promise. Really, really bad at cleaning stamps, but I'm better at putting them away than I used to. Okie dokie. Right. Yeah. I'm getting ink everywhere. This is what happens when you don't clean your stamps properly. Okie dokie. Then I've got that one, and I'm just going to pop a few of these in, mostly to cover that splodge. Okie dokie. And I think that is pretty much it, because I don't want to overload that. There's a lot going on in that. I think we need to ask the expert if Ruth is still about and see what she thinks, because I don't think that actually needs very much more doing to it. And I've actually kept this to less than an hour. But, I mean, as I was saying with the Dragonfly set, it goes with pretty much everything. And I'll show you something that I was fiddling about with in the week, with another one sheet wonder that I couldn't actually do anything with because where did I put it? Art gallery. Like, Ruth is the expert, yeah. Ask the expert. What does Ruth think? We need t-shirts. I just like that because the softer greens and the pinks really help make that lovely rich peacock colour pop out. And so a couple of years ago I was doing an OU degree with the history, and I love notebooks. I'm stationery addict, and Wilco had a range of stationery in that colour, and I snapped up pretty much everything they had in that, and they stopped it, and I was so devastated. But when I can get ink the right colour now, so this my pretty peacock ink pad is now a coveted item. You know I love you if I'm actually using that on cards for you. Yeah. That would go with so much. But I would probably pair it with pink or the peacock paper for matting, because it's going to need something bold to set off the edges. Oh, I'm so pleased with that. Right, what else was I going to show you? Oh yeah, the fact that the Dragonfly set goes with everything. This is another one. I did the one sheet wonder with the beautiful friendship set, which is in the annual catalogue, and I had to wait until my order came, because my trimmer blade had finally died and I'd given up. So I bought a whole new trimmer, and I love it. It cuts through the paper like it was nothing. I have to say, I am so impressed with that trimmer. But I had this one sheet wonder I did mostly in Blushing Bride, Flirty Flamingo and Mossy Meadow, which is probably why my Mossy Meadow ink pad has dried up. But the Dragonflies will go with pretty much anything that's floral. So if I hold that up so you can see it a bit better. Yeah, it was, especially right after lockdown, Christine, because I'm part of a Viking reenactment group, and I booked a calendar full of events for our group and just had to sit and watch one after the other as they were all cancelled. I was like, I can't sit in a field dressed as a Viking this year. I was devastated. There was supposed to be a show on my birthday. I was, let's just say I was a rabbit of negative euphoria. Oh yeah, the kissing technique. What I want to try is also use one of my background texture stamp and stamp into the embossing folder before I emboss, because that will press the dragonflies into the background while you do it. Because I've got quite a few sort of baroque type things, but if I say I stamped dragonfly on something like this, I'm showing you this because it's got a nice bold pattern on it. I know it's not SU, but if you stamp on that and the surface that's sunk in, so you want to actually stamp on that bit, the flat part, then emboss, you'll actually get the vines and things looking like they're coming through the and the dragonflies are behind the butterflies and reeds. So that's quite a good one. But it's a faff cleaning out my embossing folders. So, and I'm like I said, I am a very lazy crafter. So anyway, this is on a cream card, also using it's Blushing Bride with Flirty Flamingo and Mossy Meadow green, with also the sparkly stuff on the wings. But oh, I love that colour combination. But you see what I mean about the dragonflies on the copper. Just shiny. You know, I'd be interested to see what they look like if you stamp them and embossing clear and then run them through then colour it in and then run them through another, I think it's the fabric texture one. There's no name on it. It's from the In Good Taste suite. But that would be quite cool. And I've got another little matchbox style thing. Now these are really good because I've adulterated Ruth's thing, but I would demonstrate that these are deep enough to hold a whole set of dice. Oh no, D20. Where's my D100? There's my D12. Yeah. So they fit probably big enough to actually fit 2 sets of dice in there. So that would make a really funky present box. And the dice I got are actually made by a friend of mine called, if you go to Drake Designs on Facebook, he makes custom Dungeons and Dragons dice, and they do roll really well. So, but I've been making little dice boxes. I haven't judged this one up, but it's the same One Sheet Wonder, something that's a little bit more feminine. And then I've done a sort of slightly different version with some paper flowers that I had knocking around. I've just gone around the edges with the flirty flamingo and a finger dauber to make them stand out, because you can lose the white ones. And this one is just a top close with some Velcro dots on the top. But again, that'll fit a couple of sets. So if you know any ladies who are into the D&D and they want some funky dice boxes, you know where to go. You know where to come. Ruth was on here. She might have had to go off and do something. I know Sean had to go off and do something called getting my dinner. But oh, I just love that combination. Just fantastic. Because Mossy Meadow's quite a strong colour, so it's one of those difficult ones that you want a bit of it, but not too much. But I don't know what to do with that. Should I chop it up? Oh yeah, it does need dotage. It does need dotage. But I've got the dragonflies. Oh, I think I would cheat and use something out of the Forever Fern dotage, because if I can find the stamp set, or I've got the Fluttery Leaves from the Beautiful Autumn set, but that one's one of the ones that I don't know. Because I think that's one of the ones that's been discontinued. So, where is Forever Fern? I know it's here somewhere. It's right in front of me. right in front of me, and I can't see it. Right. What colour dots should I go with? Not that one. It's too dark. I think it needs yellow dots. Yellow dots or purple dots? Go on, I want some voting. I want to see some voting in the chat here. What do I go for? Do I go for purple dots or yellow dots? Come on. I know you're there. I'm going to have to Ian. Always purple, right? Ian's coming with first there. Purple dots. Right, this is the dotted stamp from the Forever Fern. If you don't have this stamp set, get it, because it is really, really stunning. I love it. I absolutely love it. Let's just fill in the gaps a bit. Some dottage there. And the other thing is, with purple and teal to another two of those colours that just go together. Ah, I'm sliding everywhere. There we go. And then stick some in there. I think I'll pop some in there. Maybe some more in the middle. Just makes it look like there are more dragonflies just flittering about. I love dragonflies. Well, like I like watching them from a distance. I'm not really great with anything that's got more than 4 legs, to be totally honest. And my reaction to moths is apparently comical. I might, if I think I've got time, I can do. Yeah, I'll make one of I'll show you how I made one of the other boxes. So what did I do with it? I know I put it somewhere safe. Yeah, I'll show you how I made this one. The actual box body. Because Ruth's done the other ones. Okay. I don't want to overdo the dottage, but I do want enough there that it shows up. I think that should pretty much be enough. I don't know if you can see it clearly from this because the light. Ah, don't blame me, Mr. Potter, because you can't multitask. Can you see that? What do you reckon? Oh, I'm so pleased with that. Do you know what? I don't actually have any Magenta Mad newspaper. That is on my list of stuff I forgot to order. I think I'm going to put that on my shopping list. I need to put that on my list. Now the challenge is not to lose my list. Dottage. I love dottage. It's got to be dottage. Right. I feel like I've cheated now because I brought in the third stamp set. I feel really, really bad. It's terrible. Where's my mouse gone? There it is. Oh. That's the other reason I like this mouse mat. So good. So useful. Right. I'm going to put that away. And then I'm going to quickly put that to one side so I can... Monkey cloth. Don't want to put that there. So I can show you the box construction for the little suitcasey one. I also made something like this recently. I'm really quite pleased with this. This one's cute. This one's going to be a present for somebody. So I've just sort of made this little dice box look like a suitcase or a satchel. I'm really pleased with this. But this, and that's a good use for the metal corners that come. They're the World of Good suite in the annual catalogue, and they are really good for box corners and anything that opens for protecting corners. Ooh. Oh dear. Okay. Let's put the inks away, or at least shut the lids while I sort this out. Right, so I definitely want some of that, some Highland Heather. I think I'm gonna have to get out. Ow, 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 out of my chair. And I want Highland Heather, and I want... Do I want that one, or do I want the other one? Let's see. Oh, that one, or the yellow, which is this one. So, because I don't actually have Magenta Madness, and I don't have the grey apple green paper either. I've got Pear Pizzazz, I've got Old Olive, and I've got Soft Sea Foam, and they're not quite right for this. Because even that doesn't. It's just wrong. Pear Pizzazz might work. Yeah, that might work if you wanted it more green, but it's like purple and what? So definitely purple. So purple and turquoise or purple and yellow? If I lay that across there, you'll be able to see more. Because it would go with a combination of either. Purple and yellow or purple and... Purple and turquoise. Good call. So I have to get up. I'm going to put that in my scraps tray and use it later. Right. Okay, so what we want is... No, I don't want the arm out just yet. Ooh! I'll have a quick... Right. Purple and turquoise. I'll do the flapping purple. And the main bit and the body in turquoise. So we want... Oh, I've got chalk pastel all over my trimmer somehow. I haven't used chalk pastels. I haven't been using chalk pastels. I just knocked the box over. Yeah, I've got the gorgeous grape paper, but I'm thinking that might be too dark. Right, so what I want, I'm just going to go with a basic 3" for the body of the box. So what we want is to score at 1 inch for one flap. Then at, turn it round like that, and I know where I am. 4 inches, so it's a 3x3 box there. So it's 3x3x1. So that one, we want a 5. Then I do want the arm out because I want to cut it off at 8. No, hang on. I want to score it at 8 and then cut it off at 9. This helps. I'm not talking to myself, I'm thinking aloud. Because this is numbers, and numbers are evil. Right. Okay. So, So I've got my 3 sides. Marvellous. I should have cut that, not scored it. I'm such a numpty. Right. So that's your body of your box. Now I want another strip of 3. Actually, I want this slightly narrower than 3 because it's going inside one of these. If you make it 3, then these won't bend up properly. So I want it just a smidge under 3 inches. Then I want to score a 1/2 inch . Then I want to score it a smidge over 1.5 because this is going to be the top flap, and there's a... Yes, Dylan, I know. Can you let Daddy... Daddy will let you in. Child banging on the door. Right, you want that top bit to be a smidge under, the smidge over 1 inch. And I'll explain the reason for that later on. Child distracting me. Then we want to have another... So you line that up at 4 inches. Score again. Oh. No, you line that up at 3 inches and then score again. That 3 inches, line that up at 1 inch. I knew I was running out of time. And then another one at 1/2 inch. Okay. Oh no, I should have bloody cut that. There we go. Right. The reason I left that one slightly wider is because when I put the Velcro dots on, I want that flap to lay flat down, and if that's that piece there is too narrow, then it's not going to lay flat. So I'm just going to bend that up just so I know what bit's what, and find my glue. Right, okie dokie. Bit of paper. Right. So which side is going at the top? So that's the front. So I want the back there. Right, okay. I'm thinking aloud. I'm not talking to myself, honestly. I'm not talking to myself. So you put this, and doing a double layer like this will actually help strengthen the body of the box. Get a nice splodge on. Not so much that it's oozing out the sides, because otherwise you're just going to make a horrible mess. And what you want to do is you line that score line up between the 2 score lines on the body of the box, so it overlaps like that. And that way the top and the bottom of the box are going to pop out for the purple, and then you'll have the rest of it being all this lovely turquoisey colour. And I know I've got marks on it, it doesn't matter because you won't see that once it's got it all together. Right. Because what I'll do is I'll put purple matting on the turquoisey bits as well. Right, so what I want to do is give this a splodge of ink. Not ink. What am I talking about? Ink. Ink. Brain fade. I am getting brain fade. Right. Give it a squeeze so it stays nice and right. Now, trying to remember which side was which. Yeah, that's the wider side. So you want to put a bit of glue along this bottom edge. Of the box here, and then stick that. These boxes are so quick and easy. But they're a nice size. Ooh, no, don't slip. They can be a bit fiddly though, especially when you're putting the bottom flap in, because that can be a bit on the tricky side. Right, okie dokie. There we go. We've got one box there. And then I'm going to use some of this purple. So that was just under, I want that, how much does that, that's dead on 3. Okay, so I want to take that to 2 3/4, and then two and 3/4 again. So I've got the map for the thing, and then I want it to just under an inch. So that will be 3/4 of an inch there, and another 3/4 of an inch for the side bit. And that can go in my strips and scraps box, because I'm going to want that later. Right, so I can put that away now, and then, well, for the moment anyway. Right, what we do is we put plenty of glue on there. Trying not to get it on the squonk, because you don't want it on the squonk. My goodness, it's an hour long already. It's an hour long. I'll finish this quickly, and then I'll let you all go off and do stuff. What I want to do is that. Get that there. Because these side pieces also strengthen the sides as on top of looking pretty. Just dropping this everywhere. There we go. Pop that there. So it sits nicely. Covers up my greasy fingerprints. My inky fingerprints. There we go. And then the lid will go over, will fit over there. Just about. But we're not putting the strip there. We'll deal with the lid in a minute, because I've just realised I've forgotten to cut something. half an inch of this, or just under half an inch. Because this will help to strengthen the flap that goes over the Velcro, because this is going to be opened and closed, so you don't want it curling up on you. There we go. And once that's attached, you get your Velcro dots, if I can find where I put them, and pop one at each corner, because one is not going to be strong enough to... Oh no, I'm not going to put the soft bits on just yet, because I still want to put the other bit of pretty paper on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, so that was one, just under 3, so that was just under 2, so this really needs to be about 2.5. It's going to take some getting used to. That is going to take some serious getting used to. 2.5. 2.5. Yeah. So I'm going to put that on the front, like so. Actually, no, I think I might put that on the back, but it's not a particularly interesting bit, but it'll cover up that sticky fingerprint. Yeah. Yeah, I'll put that on the back, and then I'll do another 2.5. For the front bit. Just so it's nice and sturdy on both the front and the back, because then you've got the flower. And then what I'm going to do, come on, so that's just over under an inch that way. I want to put this on the top. No, I might put that on the inside. Yeah, I'll pop that on the inside so it follows through. I'm getting in my own way. actually managing to get in my own way. How am I managing to get in my own way? Right, so I apologise if my head's in the way. I just need to be able to see what I'm doing. Right, so I've got that bit there on the inside, so you've got a bit of decoration there. Right, now what did I do with those other bits of, that's that one, and then that's a soft one, so I want that there. And that will help you get your Velcro dots in the right place. So, you see what I mean? Having that flap, that top bit, slightly wider than it needs to be will help this opening bit lay a bit flatter, because if it was flush to that edge, if that corner was flush to the side of the box, that would be sticking out a mile, because those Velcro dots are quite thick. Okay, right, but I might this needs a bit of needs just under ½ inch there for the front flap, and then that should be nice and strong. It's something you need to remember. If the thing you're making has got moving parts, you need to make sure it's sturdy enough that it's not just going to fall to pieces or bend the moment it's actually moved. And that's not straight, so I'm going to try again. I put it too far over one side and I've made a mess. Never mind, it's fixable. There we go. There. Okie dokie. Trying not to get glue everywhere as well does help. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably at some other time I will finish the doing up of this box at another time, because we're getting on for an hour and a half now and time is marching. So I think what I'll do, no, I want that to be just under an inch. Then I want it to be just under 3. So I can stick it to the that on the top. Oh, there we go. Oh no, it slipped. Don't want slippage. Wiggle room good, slippage bad. Okie dokie. So I've got floral front, dragonfly at the top, dragonfly at the back. I'll probably leave the sides as solid, and then you've got the Velcro bit and something inside. So these are really lovely, simple gift boxes. I mean, with something like that, who needs wrapping paper? Really? Who needs wrapping paper with something like that? So I will love you and leave you, and I will see you, and I'll post a picture of the finished box on my Facebook group on my Stampin' Up Facebook group, so everyone can see it. So okay, I'll take care. I will do in a minute. I'm recording.